Hi, welcome to my video update. That's right, I got the Family Guy's something Darkside up. That'll be the first one on the list today. Well, if you love Family Guy, you dig Star Wars, even if you don't dig Star Wars, this is totally the one to catch out, because I mean it's so funny, and just when you think they can't go get any funnier, they do, especially remaking the Star Wars ones. And here's a little close-up of it, and to the back. Now originally I got this at Walmart, and I gotta admit, sometimes I hate buying movies at Walmart when they have these special cardboard boxes, which I think are cool. They always put their stupid sticker on it. So unless you got Goo Gone or something like that, you end up peeling it off and you get this rough looking thing here, which I don't know, I just don't like. I think, you know, it's already got a plastic sheet on it. Walmart doesn't need to put their sticker on it as well. Anyways, check this out. It is hilarious. And yes, they are doing Return of the Jedi. I don't know the name of that one just yet, but it's coming out within a couple of months, and I definitely highly recommend getting Blue Harvest, the first one, and something Darkside. Family Guy is the shiznits. Alright, next up on my list is The Invention of Lying, starring Ricky Gervais and Jennifer Gardner, and Rob Lowe is also in this one. I didn't know much about this one other than the previews, and it looked okay. Then my roommate got it on Netflix and decided to watch it one night, and I joined with him and watched it. It is hilarious. It's basically about this guy who's basically a lovable loser on Earth, but it's a different Earth. It's where lying has never ever been invented. So basically everyone tells the truth on the whole planet, to where their movies are not real movies, they're just narrators reading over history. And he's a screenplay writer who basically writes screenplays, but it's about all our past history, and since it's the truth, that's all he gets to say is what the truth of the history was. So it's kind of boring in that aspect of movies for their world. But anyways, one day he discovers he can lie. But he doesn't know it's lying, but then he starts telling all these stories, and people believe him all the way, because why not? It's a planet of people who tell the truth. And throughout the whole movie, he gets almost into all these kind of situations where it's almost like people think he's God because he told his mom that, you know, when she passes on, that there'll be angels and all this sort of thing, and he's just making it up, but everybody thinks he's telling the truth. And it's just really great. It's hard to kind of describe, but I mean, it is just a real funny movie, because basically it's like things that we would say, we want to say in a normal life, like when a coworker of ours gets fired but we don't like them, we always say, oh, that's okay, good luck, you know, you have a good life. In this case, they're always like, oh, well, I always thought you were a fat loser, and you're probably going to hang yourself, you'll never have another woman again. You know, totally like honest things throughout this whole thing, and it's totally a crack up. So if you haven't seen this one, I highly recommend Invention of Lying. Like I said, with Ricky Gervais, he's really funny. He was also in Night of the Museum as a curator, small role. And this is pretty much the only thing I've really seen him in. And Jennifer Gardner, rawr, I just love her in anything. So yeah, recommend this one for you. Sorry I'm not showing the inserts, because let's face it, there hasn't really been anything good. Next up on my list, Zombieland, an excellent movie. I really enjoyed it. It was different from what I thought it was originally going to be from the previews, but it's great. It's a different outlook on your typical zombie movies. It has a bunch of words you have to follow, and I'll do one spoiler alert. Fast forward if you don't want it. Okay, here's the spoiler. The list of rules that come up, you know, you see them throughout the movies, like, you know, double tap shots is rule number 2. My favorite rule is number 32, is enjoy the simple things of life, like Twinkies, which you'll understand when you see the movie. There is a cameo in it by another actor, which I'm not going to say his name. He is just totally the bomb in this. That's my favorite scene in the movie. But all in all, I really liked it. It's really funny. It's got, like I said, a totally different outlook on this movie. It stars Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, which, I'll be honest, this is the first thing I've ever saw him in, along with Emma Stone and Abigail Breslin, I think. Well, anyways, Emma Stone is megally hot in this movie. I really like her. I haven't seen her or anything else, but I'm sure she must have done some other things, so I'll check those out too. No real inserts once again in the show. Here's the back. But it says like Superbad meets Shaun of the Dead. Not really, because Superbad was like in a class by itself, so don't think it's like a Superbad movie, because like I said, that's way different from what this one is. I mean, it's nothing like Superbad. It's definitely like a Shaun of the Dead, but way cooler. I mean, it almost looks like what you would probably really do in life if you're being chased by zombies, you know? So definitely check this one out. And last on my list, which I just watched the other night, is Whip It. starring Ellen Page. I just want to get all the names. Ellen Page, Marcy Gray Harden, Kristen Wiig, Drew Barrymore, Juliette Lewis, Jimmy Fallon, and Daniel Stern. I love Daniel Stern. And Drew Barrymore, this is her first movie she ever directed. She did great in this, and she plays a pretty cool character in this one, but she's not throughout the whole movie because, let's face it, not a Drew Barrymore movie. But she is perfect in this movie. I just love Drew's character, and that's my kind of girl. Rawr. Is that too much information? Who knows. Anyways, Ellen Page here is a girl who lives in a small town with her baby sister, and her mom has always raised her in the 50 kind of fashion, you know, pageants, sitting properly, and she's kind of a, I want to say totally rebellious, but she's not really into it. She wants to get out of the town, find her own niche in the world, and one time she goes to a roller derby thing and says, hey, I think I want to be a roller derby girl. And it pretty much goes from there. I mean, it's a really good comedy. It has a little drama into it, as always. And here's the back of it, which you can see like the different scenes, and Drew always with her tongue out. That reminds me of somebody else I knew. And it's got a really cool fold-out insert. Check that out. It shows the names of the characters, and what I also like is I like these different kind of boxes with the green see-through type. I always think it's really cool when they do stuff differently like that. No real insert in there, just promoting the CD, and the music to this movie is really great. I highly suggest renting or just buy and whip it. It's really freaking cool movie. I mean, hot chicks and fishnet stockings, roller skating, kicking ass. I mean, you can't beat that. Alright, well that's my video update for, oh, excuse me. Got a little gas there myself. My video update for this month. Once again, Zombieland. Recommend it. It's a different outtake. What I'm calling right now is a sleeper comedy, because every time I've recommended this to people so far, they've really enjoyed it. The Invention of Lying. Excellent flick. And once again, Whip It. That's another high, good choice one. I mean, a lot of action, comedy, fantastic. And like I said, you can never go wrong with anything Family Guy. So check out Something Darkside.